What kind of adult wears that? Fuck off.
Well, women
What
only wear a choker for one reason.
Black belt.
It's a black belt for sucking dick.
That's correct. Was that the reason?
I was just rolling with what you were going with.
Yeah. She's a pig.
I totally forgot.
I'm going to fuck her mom and become her stepfather.
You should.
I'm done reading comments, by the way. So much more exciting.
Why does this chair go back so far? Can I fix that?
You want to switch?
I don't know.
No? I'm good. Do you like this chair?
I don't like this one. I was actually going to bring some wall art today.
You should.
From trophies that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. You got like soccer trophies, like bowling trophies.
Yeah. Lots of them. Lots of them.
Like beer pong trophies?
Hey, I guess I should turn all those on, huh?
What?
It's like such a long week. I was off yesterday.
Oh, the signs?
All of our fun stuff.
I was wondering why it said that it wasn't as bright in here. That would make sense.
Oh, the bush latte one is not on either. Look at that. Good job, James. Oh, our notepad.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Did I write that?
No, that's definitely him.
Yeah. Did you guys finish that, by the way? We been here since that was over?
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
No, she still hasn't finished it.
Had we been here since that was over? And you still didn't finish it? Nice.
I'm sorry.
It's too late now. That was like 3.5 weeks ago.
I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
Right?
I'm almost done with the book.
Really?
Are you?
Very nice. Very nice. Worth a read.
I think I'm going to start that next week on my drive.
I just finished the Dance of Dragons in the book. It has more afterwards.
That's after,
too.
right?
This is the Dance of the Dragons. House of the Dragon is what they call the Dance of the Dragons.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to know.
Nice.
Oh.
I had to know what happens. So
it gets nutty from what I understand. I've read like little excerpts
a little bit
about stuff.
A little bit.
Like how Damon and Aemond, like the final battle goes.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. They just blow over shit so quick in the book. It's like
Really?
They did or didn't?
Did. It can be like this much text, like 2 like half paragraphs, and like 3 people will be dead.
Yeah.
And like this, and this. I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah, I think he got better like as the books went on. It got a little more detailed.
Well, it's wild because normally you see a movie or a show or whatever and you're like, God, the book was so much better. Like
Most of the time, yeah.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
I went to go see the It Ends With Us movie.
I saw that as well.
Did you?
Sucker.
Great, we can talk
did.
about it.
Sucker.
Because I read the book like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And the book is way better. There's a lot of things missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to say?
All right. Now that we're like minutes in, this is the Gray Area Podcast. I am Jamie, sitting here with Lydia.
Yep, I'm here.
And Ben.
Why'd you hesitate like that? Why'd you say it like that?
You know,
Why'd you say it
I
like
was
that?
aiming for something, and I just
disappointment
because
you really hit it.
No,
you really hit
no,
it.
I didn't. You want to do it again? Cut. This is the Gray Area Podcast. I'm sitting here with Ben.
Woo! And I'm done. I'm tired.
That's
Spent.
it. All right,
Going home.
That's all you get.
a paycheck just for that.
Okay, so going back to It Ends With Us. There's so much controversy and drama around this movie. Have you heard any of it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
So the book came out a long time ago. And I read the book like 2 years ago. So some of it I was like trying to remember. I'm like, no, I don't even remember this. But one of my girlfriends literally just finished the book like the week before we went to go see it. And so she was like, this is the first time that I've read a book and then saw the movie after. And she's like, I understand now. The book was so much better.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like that happens
It
a
always
lot.
is.
But there's all this controversy right now about it because, you know, it's about domestic violence, right? Like, did you get that or not that?
Women's books. Like, what's going on with y'all?
They love that shit.
It's about domestic violence. And there was a whole lot of controversy that Justin Baldoni was doing a lot of like, because he
Who the fuck is that?
The guy that played Ryle.
Is that the yeah?
The
Yep.
dark
The
guy.
The main
Yeah.
guy.
The main guy. Justin Baldoni is the one who bought like the rights and directed it
Okay.
because he felt like it was a good story and it needed to be told and, you know, yada yada. So he did a lot of promoting about like, this is for the women, this is for like domestic violence. Like, I feel like this story needed to be told. And then there's all this stuff about canceling Blake Lively because Blake Lively used a lot of the like promotional platforms to promote her different lines. I don't know if it's clothing or jewelry or whatever it is.
So it's capitalism. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I know. And apparently Blake wasn't very nice on a bunch of interviews.
Surprise, a celebrity is an asshole.
I know. And the other thing
She's
is
not that
that
hot either. She shouldn't be acting like that. She's not that good looking.
well,
Yeah.
I think
can
she's
tone it down.
beautiful,
She's all right.
but
She can tone it down a little
She's
bit.
all right.
but in the books, like they're like 23 to 25-year-olds, and like both Justin and Blake are not 23 to 25. Like it just didn't like all of it didn't necessarily fit exactly what the idea was of the book. So, you know, the book world is
Yeah.
upset about it.
Well, you got to make some
It was-
cuts. And really, I mean, after you're reading, like, not that to keep going beating this dead horse, but like in Fire and Blood, it's like impossible to do that verbatim.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know
Right.
what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Right.
So,
Me personally, I liked the book when I read it. It's not my favorite Colleen Hoover book, but I liked the book when I read it, and I liked the movie. I thought they did I thought it was good.
Well, every movie is a cash grab.
yes.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
that's the only reason it's made.
Correct.
So they're gonna do whatever they can do to make the most amount of money, whether it's
Yeah.
whether it follows the book or doesn't follow the book.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. There were lots of things that were missing. Like there's this whole story about Atlas and Lily and like finding Dory or finding Nemo
I was
and
gonna
Dory.
say we on a different movie here.
No, Finding Nemo and
I thought
Dory.
we were talking about human shit,
And then
and you're talking about clownfish.
no, and then in the book, she names her daughter Emerson Dory.
Mm.
Whatever, whatever is Kincaid.
That's a rough name.
But the whole thing is she names it after Atlas and her. And so like there's like a whole, and then the other thing is in the book, Ryle is like gone in London for the whole pregnancy and doesn't know she's pregnant.
Mm.
Like there's a lot of different things in the book that like
These names
Play
are wild.
Yeah.
into it.
Atlas, Ryle,
Kincaid.
Kincaid,
I had to laugh.
Emerson, Dory.
There was I'll remind me of that later. Kincaid. That was a blast from the past.
So the main characters in the book are Lily Bloom and Ryle Kincaid.
Lily Bloom sounds like the main character of like you say Lily
When she
Bloom,
opens a flower
I
shop.
pictured Judy Bloom.
And she opens a flower shop. Like it's
Yeah,
a
that
play
is
on
like
words.
peak PBS
Yeah.
cartoon.
There's like a whole thing.
in between the lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a whole thing. And then her very first love interest, his name is Atlas.
You should
And
go
they
see
meet
it.
when they're like little. Like
I'm gonna
kids,
pass.
high schoolers.
If you ever want to go on a Tinder date to the movies, now is the time. Not the worst love movie I've ever seen. I've
yeah,
seen
it
some-
wasn't bad.
They're all the
Wow.
same. All
Wow.
love. I wasn't saying like I'd see it again,
Yeah.
but like The Notebook was trash. I think we covered that already.
Yeah, I think we
Love stories
discussed that.
are
yeah.
just the same thing.
Yeah.
Constantly. It's either a bet or like a game, and then they end up falling in love,
yeah,
or it's one person split between two people.
yeah.
Did you just recently watch a movie on Netflix about like I think it's called The Game. It's like a rom-com.
No,
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of what's the one with I have no idea even who's in it.
Well, that's like
It's
the
okay.
basis of
They're
like
like-
Cruel Intentions.
They're like an editor for a newspaper, and they're trying to like how to lose a guy in 10 days.
Oh,
Ah,
that's a great
that's-
classic rom-com.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
It
It
is.
really focuses on the worst parts of humans. But this one it wasn't the worst, but I called it
Rate it.
out of love movies overall, like on a love movie scale that I've seen,
Or
or
just
movies
rate it.
overall.
We'll do that and then do overall.
Oh, for love stories overall that I've seen, which is not that many, I'll give it an 8.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's only because the other ones really pissed me off.
Yeah.
This one redeemed itself at the
Okay.
end.
Overall.
I'll give it a 5.5.
Wow, that was
6.
higher. That was higher than I thought.
I mean, it was.
I thought we were going for a low 3.
No, it was a good movie.
I was ready to grind my teeth the whole time because
Mhm.
usually those are written by women who don't. It's horrible.
Well, only
It's just
only a guy
trash.
can write a movie about only a guy can write a movie about beating a woman.
Right.
Really?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I called it literally right off the bat though when that dude walks out on top of the roof and just
And
like
then
kicks a
throws the
chair.
kicks the chair.
I'm like, well, this guy's a piece of shit. Guess what the movie was about? Him being a piece of shit. Revelation time. I called that shit immediately. Like, get real. This could be a 20-minute film. But she gives him a chance. And then she was fucking homeless dudes when she was a kid.
Oh, that's concerning.
Then it turns out, where was I going with that? Shit. I'm so tired. I lost my whole point.
Wow.
Oh, and then it turns out the guy that's beating her up, he's like, do you actually love me? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, then it's done right there. It's done. But no, we got another 50 minutes to go before she ends up with the guy. Yeah, it's classic. Tale as old as time.
Movie magic.
Classic.
Movie
just
magic.
a classic. Typical.
It was a good movie though.
It's just typical.
I think it was directed really well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
I think Justin Baldoni did a great job.
See, this is why.
Scoot you this way. Just a little bit.
We're moving Ben.
Nice.
A little bit. There you go.
Nice.
We were cutting you off a little bit.
That's all right. All that was
Didn't wanna
showing
do
was
that.
my huge nose, just in frame. Let me look at this thing. Dude. It's nuts. Not even any
Have you
Polish.
put the mask on. The only thing they'll see is the beak.
Don't even need it.
Don't-
I already got it. Paint this bad boy orange.
Oh man.
So,
Well, I will
whatever.
not be seeing that movie.
like I said, if you need to go on a shitty date, like if you want to do like a first icebreaker on Tinder,
Yeah.
just roll your entire head at me.
my neck. My neck just
Oh,
hurts.
no, that's,
I need
that's
a
what it was.
massage really bad. My whole back hurts.
Did I tell you that they were going to open a massage parlor across the street from
Yeah,
Walmart?
we haven't had an update on that in a while.
Turns out it's a fucking spa and nail salon.
Ah.
Somebody lied.
Weak.
Oh, so it's not like a massage
No.
place?
That's
No,
weak.
no rub and tugs on the lunch break. I'm
Maybe they
pissed.
still do. You just
Damn
have to know like a special code.
Apparently you just have to kick some chairs outside and they'll fall in love with me. Fucking bastards, dude. I was pissed. They put up the sign there. I was watching them put it up.
Yeah.
Wasn't working. I was just outside watching them put this thing up.
Do you ask them if they like put the wrong sign up?
And then it said spa. I'm like, shit.
Sometimes
Sucks.
spas do massages too.
I looked at their website and what they offer. It's facials, not the reverse facial, and then just the. It's like,
Facials are great.
whatever, I'll save my money.
Facials are underrated because when you get a facial, they also like give you like a little neck, shoulder massage and like your hair, and like it's so lovely.
I've told that to a dozen women. They don't agree with me. They're just like, nah. I don't know.
I
You
feel
tell
like
them
if you gave a girl a head massage, a neck massage, a back massage, they might let you come in their face.
I was gonna say after blowing it in their face. Or, this is,
No, before.
This is an after thing. This isn't a
Before.
before thing.
Yeah. Don't want to waste all the energy doing that though, or should I just roll over and go to bed? I'm snoozing.
Yeah, that ain't happening afterwards. That ain't happening.
No.
No, you got to do it before.
I remember one time in junior high we were talking about, what teenage boys talk about, eating pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like 8th grade. No, I don't think anybody had even done it yet, but my buddy was like, you always got to do that first. You got to eat her out first, otherwise afterwards it's a complete waste of time. And looking back, he was really ahead of his time.
He was
yeah.
correct.
I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Yeah, he.
Have you given him that nice kudos?
No, I actually kind of just thought about that right now.
Yeah, you should probably
You're gonna
get
have
him
to do that.
Yeah,
get him like a ribbon or something.
Yeah. Maybe he was the only one that's actually ever done it in 8th grade.
I would be stunned if he did. He
No.
went a whole year without changing his shorts that he wore to school every day. His
Yeah.
basketball shorts. Just
Oh,
fat.
that you have talked about this person
Yeah,
before.
dude,
yeah.
he's the man.
He
is
must have
the
just
man.
had like some older friends that were women or knew older women or
He had some older
sisters'
brothers, I don't know.
friends or something.
Yeah,
Older-
older
overheard a
siblings, older
conversation.
brothers.
Or
Yeah.
we all just started watching South Park when we were
There's-
like actual kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a whole book out now that's like how it's like written by a guy of like how to appropriately pleasure a woman. It's very funny.
Written
Is it
by
like
a guy.
Is it like a satire book? Kinda? Really?
Yeah, it's very serious. But
Is
like
it funny because when I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna
That's
say.
right.
no, the only reason I know about it is because it popped up on my TikTok, and it's like a guy who's reading it, and he's like talking about all the different like chapters and all the different stuff, and he's like, all of this is so fucking accurate. Like, where was this when I was 16?
Do you know what it's called?
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I found a book at Goodwill called Assholes Finish First. and it was just
Really?
a picture of a guy with 2 middle fingers on the front page.
Is that
Or
a
on the
sequel
cover.
to?
And
Is that the sequel to You Only Drink Beer in Hell?
I believe so.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about that book.
If
Don't you remember that book?
Do you remember
Yeah.
the author's name? Like some.
I can
can't-
probably look it up here real quick.
But
Yeah.
I remember like I was like, what the hell is this? And, like I read like one, like I just opened up a random page and like read it, and it's just like a first person like view of like shit that he would get up to, and I'm like,
Yes.
this is genius, and I
Yes.
bought it. I haven't yet to read
Yeah,
it.
he's getting a mugshot taken too.
Yeah. Does he have middle fingers up, or am I making that up?
He has one.
Yeah.
So the first one was I Hope You Serve Beer in Hell. Or I Hope They Serve
It is
Beer
the
in
same
Hell.
guy.
Yeah. And
Uh,
that was like really popular when we
Tucker
were in
Max.
Yeah.
It was really popular when we were in high school.
It was cracking me up. He was just talking about like banging women and like
Yeah.
not calling them back, and
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Let's get the description on this book here.
Yeah.
What do you do after you write a #1 best-selling book about your drunken sexual misadventures that makes you rich and famous? Celebrate by getting more drunk and having insane amounts of sex, obviously. And pretty soon you've got another best-selling book on your hands. Stuffed full of ridiculous stories of bad decisions, debauchery, and sexual recklessness.
Mm-hmm.
Assholes Finish First starts where I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell left off, and then proceeds on, quote, some next level shit.
Yeah, maybe I should actually just bite the bullet and read it.
You should. I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell was really funny.
Yeah.
I read
it's-
that back in high school.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a whirl. It intrigued me.
It's been a minute, but yeah.
When did this come out?
I think that I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell must have come out in like 2006, 07.
It doesn't say.
It's got
Okay, so this one came out in 2011.
Yeah,
So it would have had to have been many years before.
yeah, it was like
Oh, here we go. I Hope They Serve Beer in
05.
I'm scrolling.
We were in high school for sure.
2009.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, college.
it was not in high school.
So how did we get derailed to that? I don't remember.
We're talking about books and the
Talking
love,
about
the love stories.
Eating pussy.
Yeah,
Eating
eating
pussy,
pussy.
that's right.
Yep.
All right.
Just trying to put it back on the tracks.
Okay.
The most intimidating thing a man can do without any guidance before he does it.
Yeah.
Really?
If you have no idea what you're doing,
Oh,
when
dude,
you
the
go
first
down
time you
there,
do that, it's nuts. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
I guess that's probably true.
Just like the.
That's probably why every woman thinks that guys suck at doing it.
It's because they're just like
They
don't know
just
what
had
they're
that one
doing.
guy that one time who went down there and had no idea how to manage that logistically.
You're like, where do I even start? It's like
Yeah,
walking into an old country
yeah, it's like,
buffet.
right.
You're like, what the fuck is
It's
this?
like that like Bop It game. You just have no idea what to do, and you're just getting shit screamed at you.
Oh, dude, the
whole
first time you
time.
see a girl naked, even, it's just surreal. Like,
whoa,
what? Nuts.
real life, not a
Crazy.
computer screen.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an experience.
I remember.
Huh.
What was the first time you saw a girl naked? Just one-on-one, or was it
Yeah, it was 1-on-1.
nice, dude? Lydia,
I-
first time you saw,
A girl naked.
or
I
a man naked?
I don't. I don't know. I don't remember.
We were having a.
Just-
we were having a hangout one time, and 2 girls were over at my buddy's house, and I was playing. I was not interested in the one at all who was trying the most for anybody, and I was playing Dark Souls on his laptop, which is a great video game, and I turned around and she had like gotten out of his bed like naked, and he was just like not. He was like watching TV or something, and that was the first chick I ever saw naked. I was like, damn, that sucks.
What do you mean? Damn, that sucks.
She was not great.
Oh.
Not great.
Yeah, you don't want to waste the first time on a.
Yeah, I just
I couldn't even tell you. I have
No.
no idea.
just been through so many that it's
Yeah, I
just
have no idea.
lost in the shuffle.
Lost in the shuffle.
That is one thing guys will always remember.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to a strip club when I turned 21, and I just was like peeked through the door before I made it through security. I was just like, wow.
You couldn't go to a strip club till you were 21.
No.
We used to go at 18.
There's
Yeah, you
some,
could go to some at 18.
some
but most
are-
are 21.
some
Oh.
are 18.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I remember the first time I went to a strip club, I was like 18 or 19.
I was 22, I think.
yeah, it's
It's an experience.
for $7. Fuck yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can go here whenever I want. Like,
Right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
like sure can.
Yep.
No,
Just tits and gambling all at the same time.
I wonder if girls even remember like the first time they saw a guy naked.
Probably not.
Like I feel like that's not something that we would remember.
I feel like they do. They just pretend that they don't, because then it would mean
I
something.
mean, I really don't know. Like I really couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I
that's-
remember the first time I had sex because it was terrible, but
Maybe for one half of the party.
scarred for life.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No,
Is it
I mean,
bad?
it was a mutually agreed upon bad first time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The first time's not supposed to be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, especially I mean, unless you grew up with the Pornhub era, and then you
Yeah.
already see the playbook
No.
before.
I learned.
Watch some game tape.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
roll some footage back, have a scotch, see what's going on.
Yep.
No, my friends all laugh at me because I learned I was allergic to latex.
Not
in,
oh,
in a
Yeah.
very bad way.
That will ruin your time.
It
Yeah.
sure
a
did.
career raw dogger. Tell us about it.
What is there to tell?
What like, is it like a whole?
Like a hive situation?
Yikes.
For sure.
Wow. So what did you have to use? Those like lamb intestine
The
condoms,
sheepskin or whatever.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
lamb
they make
intestine.
latex-free condoms.
Yeah, I heard those were actually made out of lambs.
Who
Something like
knows?
that. Yeah.
Who knows?
Damn, that's crazy. Been fucked with dead animals.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for putting that into perspective for me.
You're welcome.
It's another reason you shouldn't use condoms.
I
Yeah,
haven't used
just-
condoms in a very long time, so
Live it like the Wild West. You just get out there and start shooting.
wouldn't know.
Playing a little bit of baby roulette.
Who uses that? What a waste.
But not a fun experience overall.
That's understandable.
0 out of 10.
I was watching that documentary again where the guy like dunks his kids in the oil well.
The
Oh,
Like,
oil
throws
well?
them in there.
What?
American
the,
Murderers.
The Chris Watts or John
Hell yeah,
Watts or whatever
yeah.
the fuck his name is.
Yeah, I found out that he's in prison, obviously, and
Yeah.
women just write him all the time and send him like naked pictures and stuff because women are nuts.
Yeah, that happens to a lot
It's like
of
if you kill
guys like
your
that.
wife and kids,
Family annihilator.
that's apparently the most attractive thing.
Yeah.
These
You're-
girls do not understand.
You're a therapist. Can you enlighten us on the
Yeah.
female brain?
I mean, I don't necessarily know if it's the female brain.
Well,
but
it's
I
all
mean-
females doing it.
I mean,
Women are attracted to men who are just prone to violence, as I saw in that movie.
Yeah.
yes.
That's why.
Because here, I can tell you that it's because typically men that are prone to violence are very dominating in their personality. Like they're very
I would say so.
Yeah.
hard and rough and like dominating, and it's like I don't.
Which is weird because that guy was not. He was a fucking pussy.
Yeah, he's just kind
He
of.
was.
don't
His
know.
wife beat him into submission,
His wife was a bitch,
and
dude.
then he just snapped.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
she's
know.
like, I'm gonna go on vacation for a couple weeks, and he's like, well, I have a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Who is.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say most women just want to be taken care of. Like it's like I'll take care of you in all the ways of like that I can. You know, like whatever.
Yeah, but that's not really taking. That's choking him out with a rug.
Well,
That's
right.
not
I'm not
taking
talking
care of
about
them.
that, but like that's why women are attracted to quote unquote bad boys because they're like more. I don't
think
know,
this is
dominating,
a
in
daddy
charge.
thing. I think it's a daddy thing.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Because then women get in those relationships and they can't ever leave it.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
they waste their entire lives, which is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, perhaps it has to do with like family stuff, right? Like typically you end up in relationships like the ones that you've seen growing up, you know?
Yeah.
But
I don't
they got it all wrong, man. You just got to find a good person and then read the dirty, dirty smut to get it all out of your system. There you go.
Wild creatures.
Wow.
Wild creatures.
It's like you don't actually want someone that beats the shit out of you. You just want to read about it.
But why is that even attractive?
I don't know.
I don't. What?
That's like why do you want to actually like I don't know. Why do you want to be with somebody that's going to be mean to you?
Why do you want to read about it?
I'm just saying those books exist out
because
there.
they all have a fantasy of that happening
Right.
to them, but
Wow.
they don't
like they
actually want
exist
that to-
out there, so it's like just read about it. Like you don't have to be in that relationship. Just
Terrifying.
read about it.
It's not normal.
It's not. Between that and the driving, shit.
Church girls coming back into play here. Again.
Church girls.
Church girls.
Church. I feel like church girls could be dangerous too.
Probably.
I don't think as much.
Do you
as
see how many kids Catholic people have?
Yeah, but that's an ancient tradition.
I feel like church girls are probably more promiscuous.
Right,
Well,
but they're not
because
fucking.
they've been waiting forever.
But they have all their demons under control because the Lord saves them. So it's nice because they
No, they're
already.
not. They're just bottling it up till
Lord.
they vomit it all out.
Whatever.
I don't know.
And then they're just
It's
trying to
kinda-
get you to put a kid in them.
Well, it's kind of like the analogy of the kid in high school that never drinks, never parties, never goes out, and then they go to college
Just-
and they have no structure
Oh,
and they
yeah,
just
dude.
fucking bomb out of college because they got
just
too
go
hammered and way
wild.
into drugs because they never did in high school.
But those are always the best people at the party.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know how we got here or derailed so hard.
Church girls.
I'm just saying that they can't really sin because they'll be struck down for an eternity. So
They think they'll be struck down.
and that's all you need. Sometimes you just
Just
gotta
perception.
Just the perception of eternal damnation.
right,
Yeah.
and that's fine. And they're self-controlled. They're not out here just.
Until they get married, and then it's...
But they're not gonna, cheat on you or murder you for the most part. For the most part,
Okay.
like the one in American Murderer, she was a cunt.
Yeah,
Big
she wasn't...
cunt.
She wasn't. She
She was a
wasn't a
big
very
cunt.
nice woman.
You stuttered there because you,
Yeah.
you didn't know you wanted
were
to
like-
say it. Or
you-
not.
You had a quick second thought about saying it,
Well, yeah, half the fucking movie is about her not getting.
but your
banged.
mouth had already processed it.
Half the movie's about her not getting fucked. I'm like, yeah, because you're a bitch.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah,
wants to be around you.
Dude,
Nobody wants to be around you.
When she's like all pissed off because they were like at her parents' house or whatever, and she
Uh-huh.
was like, "I'm gonna go take a shower," and he like
Just started doing push-ups.
and she's like, "He knows when I say I'm going to the shower, I want sex."
Yeah, it ended up going like
Doesn't
6
work
weeks.
like that. Yeah.
6 weeks they didn't have sex. Then he's like, you know what? I have this nifty rope.
Yeah,
What?
It didn't end happy.
I don't
you should
know what
watch.
you're
You should
talking
watch.
about.
Oh, you should watch this movie. It's awesome.
Jacked.
What
It's
movie
fucked
is
up.
this?
It's
a
a
documentary.
documentary.
Yeah.
Oh.
American Murder.
Yeah, like
Or Murderer.
he's a family annihilator. He killed his entire family.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't. It's one way to describe it, I guess.
Well, he just found a piece of pussy on the side, and he's like, I'm willing to risk it all for this.
He went to the gym, and that was all it took.
Yeah.
As soon as he
His-
went to the gym, he found a hot fitness chick, and
He couldn't even look his kids in the eyes and love them because his wife was so
Yeah.
not attractive to him anymore. So he,
Why was she not attractive to him?
because
She
she's a cunt.
she just dominated every aspect of his life. There's one clip where she's making him give like a PowerPoint about why he loves his wife so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's
It's
she,
bizarre.
She like did the then they have all of her like text messages and Facebook stuff.
Yeah, she
was
put
like
everything on Facebook.
yeah, so she would have like these monologues and stuff. And like all these text messages that would come through and everything, but there was one time where he dressed up like Santa Claus to surprise the kids, so she like opened the door before the kids saw him and she's like, "Where's the phone?" And he's just like, "It's in the garage." She's like, "I told you I needed that for pictures. Go get it." And he's just like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "I'll get it. Fine." And then like this is all on Facebook. She like, flips around and she's like, "Oh, typical, forgetting everything all the time." She's like, "Now I have to do it, but the kids are gonna love it." I'm like, rope.
Yeah, dude.
Rope.
She just like dominated him, like dominated all the masculinity out of him completely.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it wasn't out of him, and
Yeah.
then he ended up dunking them in an oil well that
It
he
came
worked at.
roaring back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty extreme.
It was not.
So and then he killed her and his whole family.
Yes.
Yeah, he killed her, and then he like smothered the kids in a blanket.
He strangled her
Aw.
after having sex with her, which I thought was kind of
See-
fucked up.
I didn't get to that point yet because I had to stop it halfway through.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
he did fuck her in the end.
Yeah.
At least she got to go out with a bang.
Well, yeah, literally. Yeah, not a happy ending.
No,
Not a
but
happy ending whatsoever.
he's doing fine now in the prison. He's getting a lot of Polaroids of pussies and stuff. So
All right.
It happens to a lot of killers in prison.
yeah. We should
does.
write him a letter as a podcast and like do like an interview with him over like messages and stuff.
He's gonna want money.
And just ask him about like the types of I'll buy him a chocolate milk. I don't care. I'll put $20 on the book.
$20 on his commissary.
Whatever. But ask him like the types of women that write him and stuff. Be like, well, what is it? What do you think it is that like attracts them to this? You know,
Do you think that one woman's still writing to him?
probably.
You really think
Dude,
so?
he
They
killed-
probably want to fix him or
he
like
killed
save him.
with their tits.
Y'all do love a project.
until they don't. Give them someone who's
Well,
like,
yeah, when they're like 5 years in, then they're like, oh,
yeah, they're like, it's fucking man.
you just got started. We just re-upped the contract.
I mean, this guy killed his whole family for this woman.
Yeah.
I think she's in.
For what woman?
His trainers, personal trainers.
The one he was banging on the
I'm,
side.
I'm sure she's still writing him. Like,
He had like a whole separate life
Oh.
with
How-
this girl.
how arrogant does she have to be these days?
Missed that.
Pretty arrogant, I'd assume. If somebody whacks their
Yeah.
whole family and children for you, I mean, it's not like she asked him. She's free, but
Yeah.
he's just like, I'm done with this life.
Yeah.
Smothered up. How about something happier?
Well, let's
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Sorry.
let's talk about another woman that's in a tough predicament right
Oh,
now.
we're bringing Ghislaine in here?
I don't. What even happened to her?
Nobody knows.
I don't even know who that is. Am I supposed to know
Did
that?
did the Clintons just do their thing?
Jeffrey Epstein's wife?
It wasn't her
Ghislaine
wife.
Maxwell?
She was like
Oh, I have heard that
Girlfriend?
name.
I don't know what it was. It was weird.
That's
That's the only way I can describe it.
Chief Procurement Officer.
Supply chain manager. Yeah, the internet will love that one.
You don't have to put that one on Reels.
No, that won't get clipped.
Sweet.
So I don't know if you guys saw this thing about this woman in Russia. I can't even begin to tell you how to try to say this name. It's like Ksenia Kavana.
Okay, yeah.
So
Oh.
she's like a Russian and U.S. citizen. So she was born in Russia. She moved to L.A. because she's like a ballerina or
Is
something.
that the gymnast coach for China?
No.
Never mind.
No.
Carry on.
So she moved to L.A., met a guy, got married, and then got citizenship. But
Mm-hmm.
her family still lives in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So she lived here for a long time, and she went back to Russia to visit her family,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately got stopped. And so what they did was like they stopped her. This was in like January, and they basically locked her up for like they called it like hooliganism. It was just like something to hold her temporarily, and then they charged her with treason because she donated $52 to the Ukrainian war fund.
I have heard about this.
And she just got sentenced to 12 years in Russian prison
So I didn't know that's what her name was. I saw that
Yeah.
on the news the other day though.
for
Yeah.
donating $52 to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And she's like, she really doesn't even live in Russia. She just went to visit her family.
Can we do anything for her?
Nah, dude,
No.
we just gave them a whole bunch of terrible people in exchange for people that they had of ours to begin with. And technically, she is a Russian citizen.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not on the list to get back.
Yeah, dude, she's going to the gulag.
Yeah, they're doing that quite a bit over there.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
I don't know why. Like, I get that your family's there,
I just
but like
wouldn't.
you gotta call and be like, yeah,
And it's
I
no
guess-
secret.
I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
It's no secret what they do over there. So I
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, no, I'll wait till this war's over and then maybe 20 more years.
Yeah, 33-year-old, and she's gonna spend the next 12 years in
In
a
a-
Russian. And she probably won't even get out after 12 years.
Right.
No,
She'll be in there for the rest of her life.
Those people tend to just be forgotten about after
Yeah.
a while. And
Yeah,
Oh, that's really sad.
yeah.
What an
Well,
odd,
that wasn't happier, Jamie.
what an odd amount.
I didn't say it was happier.
$52. Why not 50?
It wasn't exactly. It was. well,
52.74.
It was like 50. It was $51.80. Yeah.
You have to type that in on PayPal.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. There's a guy on YouTube that lives in Russia, and he used to like walk around like these like little Russian villages all over the country and just
Mhm.
interview people about like the war and what they know about
Oh
it
my
and what do you
gosh.
think of the USA. Just like people that are like not in Moscow, like way out in the fucking sticks. Like what are they getting for propaganda? What do they believe?
Mhm.
All this and that. And I thought about him the other day. I was like, oh, I haven't seen that in a while because now that Ukraine's in Russia,
Dude,
how about
they're
that?
doing some damage.
They're doing all right. I was like, well, I wonder if this guy's like interviewing people about like the invasion and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to his channel. He had uploaded one video like a week prior,
Mhm.
and then before that it was like 6 months. And his last video was like, I'm no longer interested in doing interviews. I mostly focus on music now. I'm tired of doing interviews about everything.
He got his ass kicked.
And in the comments, everyone's like, oh my god, the KGB got him, or the FSB, I guess it is
Yeah.
now. They're like,
oh, is that what they call it now?
yeah, I don't know what it stands for, but yeah, it's the FSB. And they're like, well, they got him.
That's
And
also sad,
Dude.
but
like he's like, I don't want to do this anymore, and this is the last video I'm going to be making.
You just like you couldn't see the AK-47 pointed at the back of his head while he's making this video.
Everyone's like, dude, come on, like get the fuck out of there. People are trying to start like a GoFundMe to like get him out, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's It's rough.
Brought to you by the same country that sends police officers to your house to make you vote.
Yeah, with a gun.
Yeah. Wild. That's coming to a head here soon. Because Ukraine's pushing into Russia.
Maybe.
And I'm telling you, he's gonna do it.
They started slowing down. He's gonna do what?
He's gonna do it.
Nuke?
I don't know about that, but probably some kind of big boom. I don't know about nuke, but I'm thinking a large boom.
I know nothing about any of this stuff.
It's wild that nobody talks about it anymore.
It pops up on my TikTok a lot.
Well, that's because you guys talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I usually look at that every day just to see what's going on because
Yeah.
it's very interesting to me. And you don't see it on the news anymore. All you see is the aid packages that we send. It's just a full scale war happening, and
literally.
nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
So
It's sad.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Ukraine, they slowed down in Russia. And Russia is doing very well in the eastern part of Ukraine because they took all their troops out.
They just blew up some huge bridge the other day.
Yeah, that was in Russia.
Yeah.
To try to stop the resupplies and stuff. So
I love an underdog.
you know, I've watched. It's like watching your children grow up.
Yeah.
I remember when it first started, they were wearing track pants and
Dude,
shooting rusty
yes.
AKs at jets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now
Stinger missiles.
Now they have
Yeah.
full kits and American military
Yeah, right.
hardware, and they're doing pretty good.
Right.
They're doing all right. So
All right.
definitely gave it their all. But
Hmm.
if history repeats itself, Russia just doesn't ever stop. So they will.
Eventually,
They'll just keep throwing
they're going to
bodies
keep
at
playing the long game.
Russia loses 1,300 people a day. Wow. And they are just not slowing down.
Hmm.
It's
Where do they get these
Wild.
people from?
prisons.
I know.
They literally scoop them up off the streets,
Yeah.
in a van. If you dodge the draft notice, they beat up your family, and they're all old people,
Mm-hmm.
and they captured a bunch of people when they went into Russia, soldiers, and they're 17 and 18. They're I don't know what we're doing. They just
Kids.
yeah.
It's
fucking
wild.
sad.
And the
It's
only
wild.
ones that fought back were the 4 guys at the border, and those they didn't make it.
No,
Let's just put it
no.
that way. But
They've been getting steamrolled for about a month now.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah.
All right, what else you got, James?
I have another woman that didn't have a good time.
Jeez.
Ironic because
It's all negative woman stars.
I brought something as well.
Hell yeah.
I want to start a bit per week,
Let's
Okay.
do it.
but no, go for it if you want.
All right, so we all need to stop going to Disney.
Mm.
We need to stop watching Disney movies. We need to stop getting Disney Plus
Why?
because Disney, I think, is the devil. I think Disney is the main part of the Illuminati.
Very well could be.
So maybe you heard this story, but this guy and his wife went to Disney. I think this was a year or two ago, and I can't remember what park they were in, but they went to a restaurant. The guy and his wife was a doctor, and she had a severe dairy and nut allergy. And so they told the waiter multiple times, hey, I have this allergy. We need to make sure there's no dairy or no nuts in this food because, I will die.
Mm-hmm.
And talked to the waiter multiple times. He talked to the cook. Well, she got food with dairy and nuts in it. And
maybe just don't eat out. if
She
you're
died.
that allergic. Well, oh.
yeah, no, she died.
Well, usually nut allergies are what kill you because you
Yeah.
go into anaphylaxis.
Yeah,
Usually
just that
dairy, you don't
she
go into anaphylaxis.
Died of severe anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
And there's always been this weird conspiracy that Disney has these protocols in place when people die at the parks. Technically nobody's ever died at Disney because they either immediately get them off of the premises or they have them pronounced dead later.
This sounds like Russia.
Yeah. But
Speaking of which,
so she died. Literally died, I think, at the restaurant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is suing Disney, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He's not for a lot of money. He's suing them for $50,000 plus the legal fees.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney's argument was apparently when you sign up for Disney Plus in the fine print, there is something that says, it says you agree to settle any disputes with the company of Disney via arbitration, which basically means it can never go to a trial jury. And that's their argument. So this guy can't actually sue them in a court in front of a jury because he signed up for Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work if you sign up for Disney Plus and now you get rid of it?
Apparently it still counts because you signed a user agreement.
Hmm.
yeah, it is just the corporation of corporations.
Dude, it's wild. I mean,
It's disgusting.
So
That is really disgusting.
Yeah, it came out a week ago and everybody just absolutely destroyed Disney on the internet.
I mean,
So
they've been
they've-
destroying Disney for a little while.
So like Disney pulled that.
So
Like their legal team pulled that maneuver back. So I guess it is actually going to go to a jury. But it's like, you are the largest media empire in the entire world. This dude is suing you for what? With lawyer fees, $100,000.
like less than a penny to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you probably
And
have.
and like your staff fucked up.
You have
and-
assistants within the company that probably make that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, nut allergies are a real thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like.
But like it's clear, like there was, like it was clearly an issue.
Although, like, okay, I do have a question.
Hmm.
To play devil's advocate, most people that have severe nut allergies have epinephrine, like, on them at all times.
I don't know, maybe.
And most restaurants have, like, in their first aid kit, stuff like that, like an EpiPen. Or if they don't, then the person typically does. So were they? I mean,
but couldn't it still be possible that, like, even if you go into anaphylaxis, like an EpiPen might not do the trick?
yeah, but
I mean, so like on her autopsy, I guess it said she died of extreme anaphylactic shock. So I don't know. She must have just got like a whole spoonful of cashews or something.
yeah, I mean, like, right, you don't know the details and stuff, but like typically,
and I ain't having no 17-year-old serving me my food at a restaurant,
right,
hitting me with an EpiPen.
Yeah, no.
well, you like her husband would do it or something, but like typically people have like an EpiPen.
Yeah, I would
on
assume
them.
so.
Right.
It's just I would guess it wasn't enough.
Interesting.
But I just thought it was like such a petty legal move.
Oh, I agree 1,000%.
But like that's a huge thing. Like I've seen that like on the internet before. It's like there's always something that like technically nobody has died at Disney.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They always find some way to skirt around it.
horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time they release a movie and it doesn't do well, I get very happy.
That's all of their movies.
But
now, dude. They've destroyed Star Wars.
Oh, don't even get me
They
started.
canceled
Yeah.
that.
I saw that.
Acolyte, 'cause
I was
it was
stoked.
so trash. I never even watched it, but it was getting flamed constantly.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, they did ruin Star Wars. I have
Yes.
to say, like,
Yes.
I'm a big Star Wars fanatic, buff, whatever,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
totally like.
They've destroyed everything. They've
Yeah.
tanked Star Wars. They're tanking Marvel right now.
Yeah, no, they're really good at that. They just South Park did a whole bit on it. They have to make everything gay and lame.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, the problem with the Acolyte was the actors and actresses were on like making like diss tracks to the fans because people just didn't like
That's
it.
awesome. I actually do like that. That's pretty funny.
I'll send it to you on Instagram after this is done, and they're like rapping and they're like, if you don't like it, it's because you're a white dude and you're a loser, and everyone's like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah,
how about that?
That is the main demographic of people watching Star Wars.
Yeah, and the bitch that made that didn't know. She was Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
Right.
Nice.
And she didn't know
Harvey's
anything
Ghislaine.
about Star Wars
Nice.
at all. Like, they were interviewing her before it like came out, and she was just like fucking up like everything. Like, they would
That
ask her
wasn't
questions
Kathleen
about.
Kennedy, was it?
No, it was. I forgot what her name is because
Okay.
she's irrelevant. But yeah, no, it was awful, and
Well, I just don't understand. It's like, why does everything have to be so woke all the time? Like, why can't we just be real? I feel like
I don't know.
literally Disney's at the head of that. Like they
most
just
of the population is like,
Well, if you try to like constantly cram something down people's throat, they're going to resist it.
right.
Like that's just human behavior.
But there's a lot of people that actually love that shit too.
Yeah, and it's such a small.
Yeah, but it's
I
like
feel
you can creatively do something that is inclusive without being like
Over the top.
overly like jamming down everybody's throat.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like the more I see about this, like it's so split down the middle now. Like
Yeah.
there's something going on in my town with the fucking library for some goddamn reason. Because during Pride Month they had like right at the front door like all these children books that were like
Oh.
gay and queer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And people were like freaking out about it because they went in there and started looking through them, and it was like sexually explicit content inside. And it was like a children's book.
Mhm.
And now it's like this thing on Facebook all the time, like the local town group.
Uh-huh.
They have meetings about it once a month.
Oh my god.
And I guess the last one, people were fucking going bananas.
Well,
Yikes.
But then everyone's like the majority of the people were like for that stuff. And I'm like, where's
see, but it's like
So I'm going to the next one. I'm there to like
Observe.
Take a
Listen.
couple clips while you're there.
because people were like, "Oh, I wish I knew this was going on," or "I was on vacation." Or something like I'm showing up in force next time, and I'm bringing my family, and
Well,
like,
you
we're
pay
gonna.
attention to what your kids are doing.
And everyone's like, "Yeah, it's just about like Biden and Trump and all that stuff." I'm like, "Guys, let's go! Like, let's fucking. I want to see people fight. You know."
They probably would happen if you got them. If you got both sides of that in there. Oh, 100%.
Oh well, people were like taking videos in there and stuff, and like people were like screaming at like each other, and I'm like,
Well, it's like,
let's go.
who
dude.
cares
Like,
about like people being gay or straight? But you don't have to talk about it when they're children that can't understand it.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a pretty straightforward viewpoint.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But
it's like
people they can't shake either side, and it's nuts. So.
like most people start having like if with puberty and sex and all that stuff like when you're like 14, 15, like in high school, and it's like, all right, if you want to be gay when you're 14 or 15 and you're in high school and you're exploring your sexuality, fine. Not when you're 6.
They're actually
Like,
saying that like puberty is starting to happen a lot earlier to kids now.
yeah.
Like I guess for girls, it's
for
like,
women, yeah.
it's like 10 to 13.
yeah, which is wild
Why?
because
hormones and stuff
I don't
in the
know.
food.
yeah, I don't even
I
like
don't know.
I feel like I was one of the last ones like to go through puberty, and I didn't go through puberty until like 8th grade.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably like late 7th, like early 8th grade.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember.
You don't remember?
I haven't.
Just coasted through it. Just came out the other side. You're like, whoa.
Look at me, I'm 5'7", dude. No, I didn't even hit it yet.
Growth spurts coming.
But
Yes.
yeah, like they say that girls, like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's contributing. I think I sent you a video on that now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think it was.
That
a
it's
video you
contributing
sent
to
me, yeah.
women or girls getting their period like starting
Yeah.
at like 10 years old.
Hmm.
Do you know how old you know what grade you're in at 10?
5th.
Yes.
I had a sick Pokemon card.
Could you
collection
imagine
at
being
10.
Could you imagine being
Oh.
able to like birth a child? Like because that's what puberty is it signifies your body
Thank you.
being able to birth a child. Like
I might
what
be short, but I have read books.
like what the fuck?
I am alive.
But it's just like wild.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I mean, same with 14-year-olds, but like,
yeah.
you know,
I don't know. No idea.
no idea.
I didn't hear about. Can't say. Heard about that one yet.
Anyway,
It's it's a crazy world we're living in. You know.
yeah.
Just wild shit day in
So,
and day out.
My sister just had her babies like in July, so they're a month old
Plural?
as of yesterday. Yeah, she had twins,
Oh man.
Nice.
and she's 35. Like yesterday was her birthday, and she turned 35. And we were talking on the phone, and I was like, like how's it going? Blah blah blah. She lives in Michigan, so I'm not there all the time. And she's like, dude, having kids is not an old person's sport. She's
No.
like, I am so tired all the time and it sucks. She's like, I'm the happiest I've ever been, but she's like, it sucks. She's like, there are so many things that like I wish I would have done in my like you just think about like when you're
Yeah.
21, 22, like you live on no sleep.
Yeah.
But
That's a
like when
little
you're
easier.
35, getting 2 hours of sleep and then being up for 2 hours and then getting 2 hours of sleep and then being up for 2 hours and then having to get up for the whole day, like
The shell of a human.
yeah.
I learned something interesting about babies the other day.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
They can't drink water.
No, you don't give
What?
babies water.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do with them?
They can only have milk.
Milk.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't give babies water until they start eating like solid foods.
How long does that take?
6 to 8 months. You can start.
That's
doing
wild.
Solid
What do you do
food.
if the Kroger goes out of business in your town? You just
He's kind of
What do you
make
mean
sure
the
you keep it.
Kroger?
You got to keep it stacked.
What do you mean
it
most?
was a joke. I know. Yes, breastfeeding. Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The
It bombed.
the
It bombed.
colostrum.
I listened to that. Yes. Chunks of vitamins.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you
Just-
do not give babies water.
That's wild.
What happens to them? They just blow up.
No,
Like a
it's
balloon.
just
Like
you don't want them to aspirate
Charlie and the
on
Chocolate
that.
Factory
It's-
type
Yeah.
situation.
No.
I just assumed that like if you give them, they just like drown.
No, they don't drown. I mean, some people have given their babies water before. Like when we were growing up, I think our parents probably gave us water.
Oh, I know my parents gave me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I definitely would have killed my baby. If I,
I
had
mean,
one.
there's
If-
all
if
sorts
I
of
gave it
different.
water, I didn't
There's
know
all
that.
sorts of different stuff now. Like it's like babies, you can't sleep with blankets in the crib or anything. Like it's
What?
no, like that's not safe sleep. Like they could suffocate themselves.
Oh, Jesus. That's just helicopter parents.
No, guys,
Yeah.
I work at a hospital.
No,
like
it's-
there's a whole I sit on a committee all about safe sleep.
About blanket? No.
Yes,
No.
you can swaddle them, Ben, but they can't have like free loose pillows
now-
or blankets or anything.
So
in
now
there.
there's gluten allergies and babies die from blankets.
Yeah.
Babies
That's
do-
new. Is that a new thing that we're doing now?
I bet you
How do you
blankets
keep
kill
them
more
warm?
people than sharks do.
It'll probably be even more restrictive by the time you have kids. Just wait.
No, I don't believe that at all. I'm gonna give my kid all the blankets. Just tuck them
I
in.
just picture like 12
You
blankets.
don't tuck them in; they get swaddled.
What the fuck is the difference? Swaddled? Is that where you like?
Is that where you like wrap them up like a burrito?
Yeah, and then the blanket can't move. Like they have like swaddlers where it's like they're like in a blanket that's like.
Wow, I'm gonna run for office on. I'm pro blanket.
Pro blanket.
Pro blanket.
I'd vote for it.
It's not the blanket that kills people. Okay, it's the people that have the blankets.
Same thing with guns.
All right.
Exactly. Glad you picked up on that. This little sister.
Just a little alley-oop.
Anyway, what else you got,
Blankets.
Jamie?
Yeah, having a child sounds terrible.
It's not that bad. People are so
No, I think
disillusioned these days.
Yeah. Other than
It's-
being tired, I think it's fine.
People have had children literally for all of history.
Yeah.
God, now you sound like Joe.
That's the truth.
I know.
It's no more tiring than it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
People are just
It's not. I just think now people talk about this, like women talk about the struggles of having kids more than they ever did before. Not that it's any different.
but
They
it's
say
just
they go to like
it's
the
just
local well to bitch about it 100 years ago.
But it's just like part of life, you know. There
Yeah.
were people in like 1800s pumping out 16 kids.
Well,
They
yeah,
didn't
'cause
say a
they
fucking
needed
word.
workers for the farm.
Exactly, they didn't say a word. That
Yeah.
wasn't the hardest part of their day.
I bet they got water straight out
was-
the womb.
It was other parts of the environment
they
that
did.
were.
I
that
bet
were
you they
tough for
did.
them. Yeah.
I bet you they did.
I bet you they got the dirtiest water straight out of that well on the farm.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
I can't wait until you people have kids.
That ain't happening.
See, and everyone doesn't want kids now. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why don't we want kids? Why? When did that change?
I'm probably going to have kids at some point, but I'm kind of getting
Wow.
old.
That's a change.
It's been like that for like the last year.
Maybe you haven't talked about it because you were very anti-child.
I was very
a
anti-child.
couple years ago.
Yeah, I was.
Extremely anti-child.
I was.
I don't know. I see people in public with children.
Yeah, but
And
that's
it
why
just-
you
it
raise
makes me
them
so
right.
happy
That's why you raise
that
them
I have
It'd
the
be
life I have.
Well, yeah. I
No.
mean, yeah, like losing your independence and losing all of that is like a
You can still have a life.
right.
It's not
It's just
like- yeah,
you can have a life. It's just your life is forever changed.
Yeah.
Right.
And
but
so you just have to.
And if you know how to raise a kid, it's not that bad in the long run. I had the
No.
fortunate experience of having a tablet child experience.
Oh.
You were a tablet child,
No,
or
no,
you
no, no,
watched?
no, no,
you
no.
were in a.
I was around a tablet kid.
Okay.
Monster.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like it's like tablet, and like the parent was like talking to them,
Uh huh.
and the kid just nothing going on.
Yeah.
Like can't see, can't hear. It's just playing that.
Yeah.
Then when he would put it down, monster running around screaming, not listening to a fucking word because there's no parenting involved. It's just hold this.
Right.
Yep.
That's gonna grow up to be a nightmare, and it's gonna be a nightmare forever.
Yeah.
Well, you can't
No.
parent either. You can't
No.
parent the way you used to.
You can.
You can.
You can, but you
can.
gotta be careful.
I mean, beating your children isn't necessarily the
saying-
right way.
Beating your children, but like,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, if I did something stupid, like my dad didn't beat me, but like, you would get,
You got the
knocked
fear.
around. Yeah.
The fear of.
yeah, like you knew, like you should, as a kid, up until like I don't know, 18 or 19, you should fear your parents.
Not fear, but respect, or
Yeah, it's just something you have to
Yeah.
Respect and
instill in
fear.
them. You just can instill that in them.
right.
Yeah,
But now people don't do that because if they're like, I keep going back to the tablet kids because it's the most
easy there, Lydia.
nice, Lydia, and nobody watches this; they only listen. So,
You can't blame it on her anymore.
when they take like the tablet away or the whatever to keep them occupied, the kid freaks out because that's all they have.
Right.
Yeah.
And in order to shut them back up, they give it back. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
problem
right.
because now there's no like
Right.
you just get what you want always. There's
Yeah.
no respect instilled.
It seems like a punishment helmet.
What does that mean?
You just like strap a helmet on them,
Put them in like
and they don't get to take it off until they stopped acting like an asshole.
yeah.
Like I don't care if we're in Target and you're wearing a fucking football helmet. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I think people are just getting fucking lazy, and it's translating to their kids in the
Yeah.
way that they're
No,
raised.
I think that's
Yeah.
accurate.
So I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes, but I don't think it's going to get any worse. I mean,
Yeah. No, I don't think it's.
there's a balance.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's just like for women, it's just tiring. Like your body's
For sure. I can
exhausted. Like
imagine
you're
that.
just not the same.
I can imagine that.
Like my mental capacity and ability to function on like a little sleep is much different now at 34 years old than it was
Yeah.
at 24
Yeah.
years old.
Right. So I don't know.
Fucked that up, but that's okay.
Biological clock is ticking, Lydia.
For sure.
Can we get a biological clock up
We
here?
should-
What is
No.
it? 40 when it's done? When women are like the eggs expire?
No.
40? 45? 50?
I mean,
Clock.
I'm going 45.
Slow clock.
Yeah, we'll get a clock. We also got to get a
Yes.
days without
Yes.
ring.
We can put it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
corner called
Yeah.
Lydia's stress corner and just keep track of
I'm
it.
not stressed about it. I'm great.
Just like a timer that counts down.
Did I
tell
second
you-
by second, day and year and all that.
Did I tell you Joe bought a new truck?
Oh, really? Finally bought a new vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's very fancy.
No more Bang Bros bus.
It's just so nice.
Wow.
And I was a little bit drunk at a wedding last weekend that I was at, and it was all people. What?
No, keep going. Keep going. I want to see where this is going.
And it was
I want to
all
see if it's going where I think it's going.
it was all people that I know,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't know anybody, and it was all the husbands and stuff were there, whatever. And somebody asked about the yellow van, and I was like, oh, thank God he doesn't drive that anymore. And they were like, the husbands were all like, yellow van, like what? Like, so then they inquired more about it, and I was like, yeah. And so Joe's telling the story of the yellow van, right? And I'm like, God, he's so much hotter now that he doesn't drive that van. And Joe I said this out loud, and Joe just looks at me and he's like, you're an asshole. Like, you're too
It's
drunk.
a taxi van. I was really hoping that was going to go. I was a little drunk at a wedding, and he told me to go get the truck, and I backed it into something.
No.
Damn.
No.
I thought that's where that was going.
I don't drink and drive. No.
Coward.
But
Obviously, I don't like a challenge.
Yeah.
yeah, no. I then the next day he was like, "Do you know you said this out loud?" And I was like, "Ooh, sorry."
It was an inside thought.
Yeah, I should have kept that one to myself.
When you're drinking, sometimes inside thoughts become outside thoughts.
Sure do.
Yep.
Sure do. It was a grand old time.
I quit drinking.
Again?
Really?
Again.
How far have we made it?
A week and a half.
Nice.
Not really hard at all either so
No.
far.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'd
usually
say like the
not.
first 3 or 4 days are the worst because you're like, man, it's a sunny day out. I'm all for it. Getting bombed right now would be awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So you want to go get wasted this weekend?
nope. I'll be your DD though.
He'll watch
Well, you went.
get wasted.
You went a long time, like a couple years ago, didn't you?
Yeah,
You went like a year or
yeah.
something
I went
like
like
that.
a year and a half, and then before that, I went like another year. I just go in like increments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
You just got to do it every now
been
and again.
been on the booze for about 2 years now, and I'm like, I'll take a
Take a
while
little
off.
brief little
Yeah,
retirement.
Yeah.
you know, I'll get rid of the
Hey.
bitch tits and stuff. And
Michael Jordan did the same thing.
yeah, you know, you just got to kind of hit the gas and let off the
Yeah.
gas and hit
Yeah,
the
right.
gas. And...
Yeah, switch to baseball. You come back to basketball afterwards.
right. I'll make my glorious return someday.
Yeah, exactly.
That's definitely the best version of myself, I
Yeah.
think. But
That's good.
I've already done all the things. Like I went to a concert. I went to like some friends' houses and all these places, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's
Summer's
that's
over.
the hardest part is
Yeah.
figuring out that part of it.
Oh yeah, it's
Being
like-
around people when they're
There's definitely things where I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was.
and the constantly refusing drinks gets kind of hard too.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I went to the Creed concert last weekend, which I didn't get to end up seeing, but
What?
yeah, it was raining sideways.
Oh,
So
that's right.
Me and my
Yeah.
friends left, and then they put it back on, like an hour and a half later. But whatever, fuck it. But yeah, everybody's like getting shots, and they got me a shot and a beer. And I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, boy, pounding that would be great. No, it's good. It's easy
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
You're in the clear now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So excited to see how much weight I lose and how quick it is.
It'll probably happen pretty fast.
I'm hoping so. So I was gonna go to the gym today, but I slept instead.
Little cat nap.
Yeah, doing
Yeah.
good so far. Doing good. So
Well, good.
what's
Then
your,
we'll all be on a no drinking and
been
Are you
there.
not drinking?
not
yeah,
really.
you've been on that train a
Been
while.
I know you have.
You're like the
You're
passenger.
like super healthy. You eat healthy.
I don't know about
you
that.
go to the gym every day at 4:30 in the morning. You work out.
That's insane.
You
That's
don't
nuts.
drink. You're
Yeah.
we know Jamie.
Superior being.
No,
Okay.
I'm choosing not to drink at all during the weekdays, and if I do drink on the weekends, it's cutting back a lot.
Yeah.
It is staggering the amount of people I see walking out of the liquor store at like 3 p.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I'm like,
it's
brother.
wild.
Yeah.
Your life can't be that bad.
No. I mean, and I like to be transparent. I would like to have like a glass of wine with dinner at night. Like that was always
Yeah.
like my thing. But now I'm like, nope, just gonna drink water or
I
tea.
think there's always like a stigma too that you have to like drink because you're having a bad time or you're upset with something.
No.
No.
There were plenty of times this summer where I was hammered like, man, this fucking rocks. Like,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
I
And I
don't
was like, that might be alcoholism.
like. I don't ever
Hey.
drink when I'm in a bad mood. I feel like I drink when I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, it just amplifies everything to
Yeah. Like
it's
celebrate, have fun.
Yeah.
You know, loosey goosey. Say
Yeah.
things that you shouldn't say. You know.
yeah. I definitely don't talk as much like at places now. Like I'm just more like quiet
Yeah.
than I used to be, and I'm tired every night now.
Got that courage, that liquid courage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to start a new segment here called Broad of the Week.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's going to be able to be an easy trend.
Okay. What do you got?
Stick with me. Woman kills her baby in murder-suicide in North Andover home.
Wow.
35-year-old woman stabbed her 9-month-old baby inside their North Andover home and later took her own life on Monday in Essex County District. Attorney says the police found her and her son with apparent knife wounds following a 911 call at 5:15 p.m. The woman was pronounced dead at the home, as was the baby.
Damn, she stabbed herself to death?
And yeah,
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I think every week I can find a woman who kills her and her baby. I think that's going to be a challenge that I jump on.
So Essex
The bear.
County,
The bear.
I would assume this is in England.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Where was Child Protective Services? Like, where was her pediatrician worried about her postpartum depression? Like, woof, somebody missed the bar on that one. I mean,
Yeah, but-
postpartum depression is like a thing where, like, I'm sure you could find a million stories of women killing themselves and their children because of postpartum
But
depression.
it couldn't
Once
have
again.
even been that. Like, she could have just, like, snapped and, like, had some weird
Yeah.
shit. Like, because there was that...
I mean, a lot of that is your hormones and postpartum depression. Like, women, like, their hormones don't go back to normal for, like, 2 years.
There was this was a while ago. This was like 2015, 2016. There was that woman in Naperville. It wasn't her kids. She was babysitting the kids, but she just like snapped and thought the kids were demons.
Nice.
And yeah.
Yeah, women are normal.
Yeah.
So they're suicidal for 2 years after having a kid?
Yeah, I mean, your hormones are super jacked
Yikes.
up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's normal.
No wonder nobody wants to reproduce.
For real.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a long time. Like, most of my friends have said, like, it takes a long time to start to feel normal again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if they start, shoving some Lexapro or something in front of you.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bet you could find a bunch of stories. So we're going to do a segment called Broad of the Week.
Broad of the week.
I think
And
that would be fun.
I
Just
think
a
it would be fun.
Nice 30-second thing. And
Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they're like pit bulls
I mean,
guaranteed
it's
to
dark.
maul some child to death.
Yeah, well, pit bulls do love to maul children.
It's their favorite snack. Don't comment. Nobody cares. We've all heard it before. Speaking of which, you read the comments.
Yes.
Oh, that fucking bitch. That nasty little bitch.
On what?
Which, on
It
what?
was on YouTube.
Oh, I know exactly
Wait,
what
I
comment
didn't
you're
see
talking
this.
about.
That fucking cunt.
I didn't see this. What?
I saw that and I meant to screenshot that and send it to you.
I didn't.
So I posted the one about how would you survive a shark attack?
Yeah.
And his response was like, provided I could swim. And some woman commented, really a grown man that can't swim?
Yeah. That fucking pig was wearing a choker. What kind of adult wears that? Fuck off.
Well, women
What a
only wear a choker for one reason.
Black belt.
It's
the
a black belt for sucking dick.
That's correct. Was that the reason?
I was just rolling with what you were going with.
Yeah. She's a pig.
I totally forgot.
I'm gonna fuck her mom and become her stepfather.
You should.
I'm done reading comments, by the way.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny. I was
thought that
cracking
was
up,
fucking
but I just
hysterical.
thought the irony of her being a slob with a choker.
Yeah. Very rarely
Of
do
course.
you meet a woman wearing a choker that's not a complete whore.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys,
It's called a
course.
choker.
You're not wearing a choker? Relax.
not right now because
Oh,
I'm
you wear
dressed for
chokers?
work.
Oh,
Jesus.
well, you probably shouldn't wear a choker. It sends the wrong message.
If it's not business professional, I would cut that out of the wardrobe.
All right,
You don't
Rayanne.
want to send the wrong message.
Rayanne, did you hear
Goes
that?
well with a pantsuit.
Yes.
Rayanne wears a choker every single day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Not my fault. I didn't do it.
don't make the rules.
Okay. All right.
Stay away from chokers.
Don't talk shit if you wear them. How about that? Easy target, dude.
I didn't talk shit.
That's like
That was
it's
so
like
funny.
it's like Pearl Harbor. You know, it's just right
It's-
there. It's easy to.
Yep.
It's
blow up.
okay, Ben. There have been lots of comments that are. I look at them and I'm like, ooh, God.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I think they're funny.
We've
but-
reached this point.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
funny, but
Yeah.
It's hilarious. People come up with some creative stuff.
some of them,
Yeah.
some of them are.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just. I don't even know what they're talking about half the time.
Yeah, most of it's nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if they were like watching the video or.
Nothing of
No.
substance.
I just saw one comment that said, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
It's just like,
I
what are you
saw that.
talking
It
about?
was just WTF. I don't
Yeah.
remember what one that was on.
I don't know.
It's like what urged you to comment? Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like what? Why did you say that of all things?
Those types of people do that on everything they see online.
I know. I'm like,
Because
I
they
would never
love
comment
the-
on something.
They love the anonymity of being online and being able to say whatever they want.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But some of the ones, like when you send stuff to the group chat and you read some of the comments and like people are creative,
Oh, yeah.
big
Hurtful.
Well, if you're gonna say
but creative.
if you're
Yeah.
gonna say something witty and fun and creative, like why
Yeah.
not? Like I would take witty comments over
Yeah.
like whatever, like over just stupid shit.
In Instagram comments, no matter what video you're on, the highest rated is always at the top, and it's always just the best shit.
Yeah.
Like it's great.
Yeah.
So
If we
How do
ever
you-
got to a point where we were getting like nonstop comments, I would make a ghost account to argue with commenters. That would be
thought
that would be so much fun.
I thought
Mm-hmm.
about responding to her and be like, "Of course you would float." Fucking mess.
Shaped like a life raft.
Yeah, fucking bitch. But I was like, no. I was like, it's all in good fun.
I totally forgot about that.
I didn't even know about it. So
Yeah, I saw that
Oh,
immediately
yeah.
investigate. I'm like, yeah, typical. Like just exactly what I expected.
yeah.
So
Good stuff.
yeah.
I like your new segment.
Yeah.
So do I. So do I.
What are we calling it? Broad of the week?
Broad of the week.
I do
Alright.
like that. It's
Yeah.
catchy.
It's catchy.
So there needs to be a broad every week.
It was inspired by something which again we can't talk about on here.
So maybe we've talked about this before, but this seems to be something I'm seeing online a lot, that women are accusing men of not washing their legs. I thought men were the one who washed their legs and women didn't.
Well, in the poll that we did on 630 podcast like 2 years ago, that was the case, is that men washed their legs and
Yeah.
women didn't.
But like I see that all over the place. Like
Really?
women are like,
How is that
guys
resurfacing?
guys not washing their legs. I'm like, whoa. First off, you wash your hair like once a month.
Yeah.
Like, let's chill out here.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
you
we're-
wash your legs, right?
I wash everything.
I
Yeah.
wash everything too. I don't know. We're getting to the season though where I don't have to shave my legs every day, so that's excellent.
Keep your legs warm during the winter.
Yeah. It's like if you forget, it's not the end of the world.
Foul.
Why is that foul? It's a big pain in the ass. It's not like you can see your hair.
Yeah, but you can feel. Oh, you can feel.
You
it,
can
and
feel
it's
it
like-
for sure.
It's like if you ever rubbed up against a cactus, it's like that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But you forget, and you're like, I'm not getting back in the shower for that.
I mean, I shave every couple days, and I don't thoroughly enjoy that, but you still have to do it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm an
Yeah, I'm not
adult.
saying you don't have to do it, but it's like you're getting to the season where it's like, oh, I forgot I'm not wearing a dress today, so it's fine. I'll just put some pants on and nobody will know, and I won't know. And then tomorrow when I shower, I'll shave my legs. Yeah.
And maybe wash the hair.
Jimmy, have you ever thought about going just mustache, dude?
I don't know. I got a pretty good one going.
Dude,
right
yeah,
now.
I was
That's
going to say
nice.
earlier, I was going to say
Dude,
something
that's
about
I
your
was
good.
mustache.
I was shaving like this was like a week or two ago, and it dyed Like, and I hadn't got this, and I just never went back
Dude,
to
I
it.
like that.
Yeah.
I have to grow a mustache for my league.
You should.
We have a mustache day. So I'm starting right now.
Once I get
For your
Once
fantasy?
it gets like really
No,
good, I'm
different
gonna go
thing.
see if I can get
Oh.
a job as a firefighter.
Pretty easy requirement.
Yeah, that's like what
Mhm.
literally every firefighter has
Yeah.
is just a huge mustache.
Yeah. So,
It is a thing.
Yeah.
yep, I'm going to be going
There you go. Mustache, muscles, you know.
It's got all the M's.
Yep.
Masculinity.
Fat cock.
Is there a hyphen in there? It's got to be one word.
It's all one
Muff.
Muff.
I didn't even.
I thought I smelled salmon when I went there.
No. Like you said it like muff, like my, but like muh.
I just really emphasized.
What?
She
I
thought
had
you
no
said muff, but you were like muh.
I said my fat cock.
I know, and then I got it. I was like, "What did he say?"
What about muff though?
Just,
How does it bridge
I
that?
didn't mean to say muff. I couldn't finish what I was gonna say because I started laughing.
Okay. It's like bridge that gap one more time because I'm.
I was
lost.
repeating the my fat cock thing, and I couldn't get it out because I was laughing.
and it just immediately went to muff,
I wish we were.
which is the opposite of
Yes.
a fat cock. Literally the exact opposite.
I wish we'd bring Muff back. That was always a good one.
Yeah.
What did that
Yeah.
even? What did that even stand for? Like, what does that
Puss.
mean?
Yeah, it just means
Vagine.
Yeah, vagina.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's an
Ew,
older
that's
term.
a very
It is.
derogatory term.
Shave the muff, you know.
Better than calling it a pussy, I think. It's got more flair.
Yeah.
Muff does.
It does.
It's
yeah.
got more flair.
Yeah. You can use fun terms like muff dive.
I was like,
You can't say pussy dive. That just sounds
Yeah.
weird.
I was like Sliz.
Sliz?
Sliz. Lurking for some tight Sliz on a Friday night.
Wow.
Sliz.
I don't
I've never
think
heard
I've
that
ever heard
before.
that before.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's good.
Mm.
I actually have a group chat called Sliz Lurkers.
Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds like a good like Comedy Central show.
Yeah. Sliz
Sliz.
is good.
lurkers.
I've never heard that before ever.
Box trim.
Box. I've heard-
Buffalo gums.
I've
Whisker
heard- yeah.
biscuit.
Whisker.
Bu-
I haven't heard Whisker
What?
biscuit in a long
Whisker
time.
biscuit.
Buffalo
Yeah.
gums and Whisker biscuit. Why is it called a Whisker biscuit?
It's something. Yeah, just Google it. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
a part of a bow.
Yeah. It's like the part
compound.
that the arrow like rides on.
But it's all it's
Yeah.
deformed and weird looking.
It's because a rod is going through a hole.
That also
Got
is-
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Thank you for clarifying that.
I like how you had to clarify that, but not buffalo gums.
Yeah. I mean, what are buffalo? Like, why? I mean, you could clarify that one
No,
too, because I just skimmed over it because it's so egregious.
The some of the worst ones I've seen on Instagram are like stench trench.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's some creative people on the
Stench
internet.
trench.
Yeah, the old Jim Curtin or whatever. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
There's
Jim Curtin,
there's
meat
a lot of
Jim Curtin.
because of all the folds and stuff. Next time you go see a high school play, you'll see all the
Yeah, when it like comes out and it like winds itself up at the end.
and like when
Folds in on itself.
It's like all these folds and flaps. Like where do I go? Especially when you see people like, try to leave a stage. They're like,
They can't find the break.
what the fuck?
It's like a guy when he goes down on a girl the first time.
Yeah, it's just like
Starting and ending the episode with vaginas.
we're ending already.
Oh no.
no,
still gotta
but
go.
I mean, like we're
We-
nearing the
we
end.
we know so well about female anatomy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could be a doctor
You could probably do it.
Oh, could you?
easily.
Easily. You could
You
deliver
should,
a
you
baby.
should try to fake that. You should try to. You should legitimately try to like fake get yourself into a doctor position.
Oh,
I've been weirdly watching that show Suits,
okay.
and the whole
Oh,
the whole premise
yes.
is the guy like lies his way
Mhm.
into a job as a lawyer,
Nice.
and it looks like fun.
Yeah. Suits
So you
is
should
a good.
you
It's
should
a good
you
show.
should you should do that. Yeah, I hate how much I like that show.
Uh huh.
I might
It's a
have to
good
check that
show.
out.
It's really good. It's on Netflix.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think you should like make up a fake thing, fake diploma, and go get a job at like a hospital. Just hand out
kill
diagnosis.
3 or 4 people. Be like, I'm out of here. Yeah, I quit.
They actually do look for your stuff.
You just like WMD everything.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. What other questions you got over there, bro?
Not your bro.
I like saying bro. I'm a millennial.
So I saw a thing the other day, and it was this woman who's saying she lost opportunity at a job because she went to the interview in shorts.
Slut.
She wasn't wearing a choker.
Oh, okay.
And I was wondering, is it weird to go to an interview in shorts? Like, she was wearing like
a blazer,
a blazer and everything,
and
but she
probably
was
they're
wearing
they're
shorts.
probably nice dress shorts that
Yeah.
match. That was
Easy
that was
there.
probably the same material as the blazer, and then.
But like then when you think about it, like it does sound kind of weird to go to a job interview, like a serious job interview in shorts. Like if you're going to get a job at the Home Depot, you can probably
well,
show
no,
up
I
in
mean that's like a
shorts.
whole fashion like look. I mean, I would never do it, but like to wear like.
But I just don't think you should be showing leg at a job interview.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You need to cover them things
most
up.
places have dress codes against shorts, so.
I hope it was like a blazer and basketball shorts. Just like awful.
Just like some and one.
Does she
basketball
know
shirt.
for sure that's why she didn't get the job?
Who knows for sure, but
Maybe they just didn't like her.
I mean,
they
it was
might
just-
not have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, they could have viewed it as being unprofessional.
It does sound weird though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, wouldn't you think that's weird if somebody rolled into a professional job interview and they're
correct.
wearing, even if it's like a full on like suit type
I wouldn't
deal.
roll into a job interview in shorts, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, women wearing like pencil skirts. They're just shorts. Like it's not. They're showing more leg, but you could wear a skirt, like a pantsuit skirt, like a suit skirt
I
thing,
never thought about
and
that.
it would be the same like showage of legs.
I'm just thinking you got to cover them legs up.
No, you
You
can
shouldn't
wear
be
a
showing
skirt.
any leg at a job interview.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're wearing a nice dress or a nice suit, like skirt suit.
I have no idea. You guys
No?
have hired and fired people.
If somebody came to a job interview and they were wearing a nice dress that was like an appropriate length, like not super short, and a blazer, that would be totally appropriate.
I guess I just feel like.
Shorts just feel a little bit more
Well,
casual.
I'm just thinking you should be in like a pantsuit if you're at like a professional.
I'm pretty
job
sure I
interview.
wore a dress and a blazer.
Hmm.
I mean, it was also like 12 years ago, so I don't actually know, but
I'd have to see the outfits.
I wear dresses and blazers all the time at work. And like my dresses come up like above my knee.
I think you just got to cover them legs up. You want the job? Cover them up.
I don't know. I think shorts just feel a little bit more casual than a dress.
I just think it would be weird.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, what else you got? Anything else? Any other questions?
Yes, we did this once on an episode that never came out. But what is your song to mellow you out?
Why did
Like
that one
if
never
you-
come out?
What?
Why did that never come out?
Because I accidentally overwrote.
Is that the one where I read my
Episode.
23andMe results?
No, that was the one we did with Kreider.
I see you've overwritten.
I don't think we did the 23andMe one.
A mellow.
You overwrote it, you said. You lost
No,
it.
that wasn't on the one with Kreider. That was a totally separate one, I thought.
No, Kreider was there.
Oh, well, then yes, it never happened. But like, if you've had like, do you have like, if say like you have like a shitty day, like do you have like a
I don't know if I
specific
have a
song?
specific song, but I have like more of a genre.
Is it Taylor Swift?
No. Like if I had a bad day and I need to just chill, like
Is
come
it-
down off my bad day.
Is
you
it
mean?
like angry music?
Mm-hmm.
Like screamo music?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like.
I'm trying to think of something and I just totally blanked.
Like. I'm trying to think of the different bands. Like.
How screamo are we talking?
Like I feel like I need to look at my Spotify. Hold please.
I have
you're doing?
I have another one here that's going to involve your current Spotify or whatever you use for music in a second.
Yeah, I don't really have a specific song, but I just go to songs that I am listening to currently a lot.
But
But it could be any genre.
like what? Oh, okay. I was going to say like if you
Oh,
had
no,
like a
I-
specific type of.
I'm not a person that ever listens to one type of music. That's nuts to me.
Yeah, but I'm talking like a situation where you would like kind of always turn back to that particular kind of music.
No, honestly, no, dude. I don't have. I mean, if you look at my top songs, it's just it's country,
Solid
rock,
background,
or-
by the way.
Like that?
Yeah.
I need to reformat that. Coming back.
He probably is. I watched his interview with Theo Von. The other day.
So did I.
It was hilarious because like Theo Von's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to say weird things, and it's just going.
Just talking about doing coke and stuff.
Well, my favorite part was when he was like, we had the best economy.
Yeah.
Best economy there ever was. Like, yeah, it was. My brother bought a boat. It just went. Just like completely glossed over.
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
different types of personalities there for sure.
Yeah. What kind of screamo music are you listening to? Is it actually screamo? Or is it like Avenged Sevenfold? Because that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I don't know why all this country is showing up. I haven't been listening to country at all.
Not a country person that much.
You have to find the right country music.
I mean, I love.
Yeah.
New country, the stadium pop country shit, awful, atrocious.
I mean,
Some
I
of
love
it's
all
alright, some of
kinds of
it's not.
country.
Do you use Spotify, Lydia?
Uh-huh.
But you're on Apple Music.
I do, yeah.
Like, okay,
Disgusting.
the band I Prevailed. You know that band?
Yes. That's screamo.
Yep. Magnolia Park.
Okay.
MGK.
Not screamo.
No, but he's more like
That new song he has with Jelly Roll.
super good.
It is, but like, isn't that just like a copy of
Kind of. I mean,
It literally sounds like they literally just copied the
Well,
sound. Like it's the same beat.
the
and
sound
everything.
kind of, yeah, but the words are all
But
different.
how do you get away with something like that?
I'm sure they
Like if you played those next to each other, it's like almost the same
Yeah.
song.
A Day to Remember.
That's my number one favorite band of all time.
I know I love A Day to Remember. I've seen them twice.
Actually, no, that's number 2. Taking Back Sunday is my favorite band of all time.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that about
I
you.
Yes.
don't think I've ever heard them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like Point North, Shinedown.
Shinedown. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I love
What is it?
That's-
Like Shinedown, Avenged Sevenfold, like
Love-
Buck Cherry, Hinder.
Love
They're
them all.
the same band.
Love them all.
Every song sounds
Mhm.
exactly the
Love
same.
it.
Buck Cherry's guy is really unique, though.
Yeah.
It's some weird.
I have some hymn on here.
I haven't listened to that in a long time.
Wings of a Butterfly is pretty solid.
Yeah, I have Dark Light. Killing Loneliness is my favorite.
Was it? That's
Join Me in Death.
Norwegian love metal.
Yes, love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Yep.
You guys ever listen to live music on like YouTube or anything?
I can't do. Like, I
No,
don't know.
I have to
can't
be,
do
like,
live
physically
music.
there.
Yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
started doing a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
and it's just good for like background noise. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
sounds different live sometimes. But
All right. Well, here's my next one.
Okay, yeah. What's your?
What was the last? No cheating. What was the last song you played? And what do you think it says about you?
My last song that I was playing right here is
Yes.
when I paused it is "Heading South" by Zach Bryan.
I don't think I've ever heard that one. Is that a newer one or?
Not really.
I don't listen to a lot of Zach
It's
Bryan.
pretty chill.
I always get him confused with Zach Brown brand for some reason. I think it's just the Zach thing.
No, I like Zach Bryan a lot.
mine was on shuffle on the way up here.
Nice. What do you got? What do you got?
Juicy J and Lex Luger, Get Higher,
Hell yeah.
from the album Blue Dream and Lean.
Hell yeah.
Just came up. It's a good tune. I can't play that, can I?
No, it'll definitely be copyright.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What was your number one song last year? If you type in 2023 top songs in the search bar, it will come
Where
up.
do I? In the search bar, 2023.
Yeah, they make you a playlist called Your Top Songs 2023.
Okay, top songs. It's a lot of Morgan Wallen.
What's the first one?
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. You proof.
Mm.
I got Morgan Wallen, Hardy, Zach Bryan, Bailey Zimmerman.
Sounds like a porn star.
Kinda.
Does Apple give you anything like that?
No. I
Oh,
mean,
don't you also drive in silence too, Jamie? Didn't you tell me?
if I've had a very bad day,
that's
yes.
psychopath
MGK.
behavior.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often. Like my last song was Discovering the Waterfront by Silverstein.
I like that band too.
Yeah.
That's another good one.
Have you guys ever heard the song "Movies" by Alien Ant Farm? Give that
I-
a whirl.
Literally think the only Alien Ant Farm song I've ever heard
Yeah.
Really?
was Annie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, that's a good tune. That's a good tune.
Actually, I remember I got that CD, and that's literally the only song I ever listened to.
They got some hidden gems.
I feel like my Spotify playlist is very eclectic, but it goes with like the seasons. Like now that we're going into the fall, I'm gonna listen to a lot more like rock, emo, screamo.
We're gonna after this
dark.
is over, we're gonna do a Spotify blend where it takes your 2 profiles and it makes you a playlist based on both of your music, auto-generated.
Okay, we'll do a blend.
Wow.
We'll do a
All right.
blend.
All right.
You're gonna get a lot of
Like, I feel like
juicy J.
There's a lot of juicy J. in
I
there.
feel like during the summer I listen to a lot of country, like a lot of more like, I don't know, upbeat stuff, and then
Yeah, see, I don't really have like a
Yeah.
mood or anything. I just hit
well,
the
then,
old
like
shuffle.
sometimes I'm in a mood to hit like I listen to my like liked songs on shuffle most of the
Yeah.
time, but and they do that smart shuffle for you or
Yeah.
whatever. But I feel like there's definitely like, I don't know, moods.
Yeah, I feel like you go through like waves of different stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because like I'll listen to like one band for a while and then it'll just change and I just won't listen to them again for a long time.
You know who came up on my shuffle this morning was Mayday Parade.
I listen to a lot of that too.
I was like, this is great. I forgot
Yep.
about this song.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the
Good
stuff.
shit.
That was the stuff back in the
I
day.
listened to the stuff that I
Yep.
listened to in like,
That's all I still listen to.
Did you guys ever listen to Boxcar Racer?
I mean, I know who that
Yeah,
is, but not
yeah,
A
really.
little
Like,
bit, yeah.
It's a backup band, Blink-182.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realize they only did one album and
Yeah.
said peace.
He has another band too, Angels and Airwaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, Tom DeLonge does.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't think he's playing much now that Blink's gotten back together and they've been
Too
touring.
busy looking for aliens.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's not very good
Getting
live.
that government money now.
Tom, I love Tom.
He's not very good live. Sometimes he is.
I've never seen
Once
them
again,
live.
Going,
Yeah.
I've seen videos on YouTube, and sometimes it's god awful, and sometimes it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's really hit or miss.
I mean, his voice has definitely changed now that he's in his 40s compared to when he was in his 20s and he started.
He's only in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a lot older than that.
Sorry to change gears here. I was looking for your YouTube channel earlier, the Gray Area Podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and there's another Gray Area Podcast on YouTube,
We should fight him.
and they have the exact same background that we do.
No way. Hold on.
The Lion? What are you talking
I'm
about?
sorry. Look in the background of the video.
Oh man, yeah, we should fight him.
Oh, that's weird.
Right? They
Huh.
have the exact same paneling.
Should submit a copyright thing.
Huh.
They're getting some hot chicks on there, though.
Are they?
Topanga Loviska?
Topanga.
Topanga?
Topanga was my childhood crush.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Boy Meets World.
I don't know. I was too busy watching real movies, like Braveheart and Saving Private Ryan. and
Okay.
South Park.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't. Was it sitcom, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
no.
a sitcom. Boy
No,
Meets World.
I was watching Roseanne. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Mhm.
Roseanne.
Roseanne.
King of Queens. That was a solid one.
King of Queens. Yeah, that was around.
That
for
was a
long
good
time.
one.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
Andrew Tate is back under house arrest for human trafficking.
I saw that.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
They're
Who's
working
Andrew
on getting
Tate?
I
him.
don't know. He's just. I don't really know what he does. and
I don't
all
either.
really know is that he's constantly in trouble for. He's like a
Mhm.
pro man.
He just like goes online and like tells guys they're pussies
Yeah.
and like not alphas.
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing. He's like one of those like alpha beta.
Yeah. I don't know.
And he got like super popular a couple of years ago, and then the Romanian government was like, "Where are all these women coming from?" And they raided his house. Now he's back in prison.
Oh, okay. So his whole shtick was like, you're not an alpha, you're a beta or an omega or whatever.
Yeah, he was like a professional kickboxer for a long time, and I guess he was pretty good. And then
What the fuck constitutes being an alpha?
I don't know.
Like just
Being
the
a-
machismo, like
being a
just
douchebag.
being a.
Which is probably the opposite of me. Like.
It's 5'9" and above.
Yeah.
Got
Just
it.
Chiseled and probably the type that like hurt women.
Yeah, most
Hmm.
likely
Probably.
the one in that movie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. The one that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I had.
That's,
right, good.
Sounds like enough to me.
We'll close this one out. The Gray Area Podcast is on YouTube.
Mhm.
What's the channel, Jamie?
At the Gray Area PDcast, I changed it.
Oh,
I
on
did.
YouTube?
Yep.
At the Gray Area PDcast. And then on TikTok, we are.
At the Gray Area Podcast and TGA Podcast Clips.
Yep. And I'm glad you remember these things because I
That's what
don't
I'm here
know.
for.
Yep. And we're on Instagram. All right. Give us a follow. Comment because clearly we
Yes.
read them.
Keep the hate coming.
He can swim.
Yeah.
He can.
fucking pigs.
All right, close this out.